All right, guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Otterbox Symmetry Series Plus Clear Case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, as far as I understand, this is only for the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, but if there's other versions of this case, I will link it down in the description below, as well as what it's available for all of these phones. Now, there are a ton of different styles. This is just the clear one. They have different ones from characters on there to the US flag to a whole bunch of different style options. But for right now, we're going to take a look at the clear one. And also, I did want to let you guys know at the end of this video, there's going to be a little bit of a giveaway for a few iPhone cases. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video and follow those instructions to be entered into the giveaway. Now, getting on to this case here, a little bit of specs about it. It is the Symmetry Series Plus case, and this case does run $49.95, so it's about 50 bucks. You can get it on Amazon. Like I said, I will leave the description below, but you do have that Otterbox drop testing, you do have MagSafe on it, and it is a completely clear case. Now, the thing about cases with this TPU material here are they are going to yellow. Now, I'm starting to get a little bit of cloudiness in here currently. Not too bad, but it is something to mention. This case, if you do use it as your daily, it's gonna yellow around the edges. So my recommendation is to grab another clear case, or if you do decide to use this specific Otterbox one, maybe use this when you're going out or whatever you decide to do. But this is going to show a little bit of yellowing around it, so that is something worth to mention. Now, taking a look at the back of it, it's a completely clear case. So back is just this plasticky material, nothing special. And around the sides, you do get that TPU material, and it is a full coverage case. So let's go ahead and get the space black iPhone 14 Pro Max into this Otterbox case and take a look around it. So nice solid click onto the phone, so that's good. You know, let's take a look at the corners. Pretty good corners around it. Now, taking a look at the fit around, you are going to get that little bit of flexibility, but nothing too bad. However, coming around the rest of the sides, you're good to go. That charging port, you get a little bit of it, and a little bit on the top, but you got to kind of really give it some pressure there for it to move. So you're pretty good there. Now, let's take a look around the sides of the case. Now, on the left-hand side, it is completely closed off except for that mute toggle switch, which I find kind of weird that it's a little bit off center. So that's not a big deal. It's just a small detail to point out. And below it, you do get your volume up and down buttons. They are pretty clicky. However, I don't know if you can hear, these buttons rattle. And that's something that I am not a fan of at all. I think that is, you know, it's really annoying. If you're using your phone and, you know, you're moving around, walking around, you can audibly hear them. And then when you tap the buttons, I don't know if you can hear that, but just lightly tapping on them, you can hear that it is rattling. So that is something to note about this case, but I have not seen any difficulty with the buttons. If anything, they could be a little bit more difficult to press, just because if you see, as I lay it down here, if I lay it down for a little bit of time, it brings up Siri, because these buttons are actually a little bit too easy to press. So that may be something worth noting if you do keep something else in your pocket with this phone, then with this case, I'm sorry, then you'll be able to possibly hit something with the buttons. Now, moving down to the bottom, you do get your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a nice wide open lightning port. On the right-hand side, you do get a little bit of that Otterbox branding right there, as well as an enclosed side and your power button right there, and the top of it is completely closed. Now, taking a look at that lip for your screen, you get a good lip on this case, so you feel free to just set it down, whether you're here at your desk, you're outside, whatever you're doing, set it down. You shouldn't have any issues. And then coming along to that camera, you should be able to see there's a pretty decent camera lip right there. It's a little bit difficult to see because of the clear case, but you do have a decent camera lip, so you are able to set this down and not worry about anything scratching up your camera. Now, there is going to be obviously that little bit of rocking, just mainly on the top left-hand side because, you know, you do have that nice wide camera bump. So that's just something you got to kind of expect unless a case has those little legs around there, which this one does not. Now, coming along to the feel of this case, I'm not a huge fan, and I'll tell you why. Number one, you saw those buttons. They're pretty rattly. Not a huge fan of that, you know, the fact that this is kind of off-center, but that's not even really a nitpick. If you can see in there, I mean, this case is so thick. I don't know if you can see inside of the ports. You can kind of see the thickness of the case and how much material there really is. I mean, this thing is a thick case. I definitely can believe that it has that drop protection that Otterbox is talking about because, I mean, even holding it in your hand, this case is really beefy. And I think that that is something that's worth mentioning. I'm not somebody who's a huge fan of having bulky, thick cases, so I'm more of a minimalist case kind of person, but even the thicker cases, I mean, for a clear case, I think this is just a little too much. So me personally, I think that the Casetify is even a little bit thinner than this, but if anything, Casetify definitely, their clear case feels a lot better in the hand, so that's something very much worth noting, as well as these, you know, buttons aren't really the best, as they are very rattly. So getting on to the MagSafe test, let's go ahead and bring all usual suspects over and we'll check it out. Now, starting off with the Apple MagSafe wallet, we do have just that regular insert in there, but let's go ahead and attach that. Get your MagSafe animation. And to be honest with you, the MagSafe on this case isn't too bad. It's not the worst, but it's not the best MagSafe I've ever experienced. Now, with the Apple MagSafe wallet, it does have that alignment magnet that you can see right there, so it is going to align to your MagSafe accessories that do have the alignment magnet, which really definitely helps this out. But, you know, I would say you got about a mid-grade magnet in here. Nothing too fancy, you know, but nothing too terrible. It's not going to be as great as your Phone Rebel. It's not going to be as good as the Pitaka or as your Taurus, Banks, things like that, but it's not going to be terrible. You know what I mean? It'll do what you need it to do. Now, moving along to the Apple MagSafe battery pack, we'll go ahead and slap that on. Do get that animation right there. And, I mean, it's not the best MagSafe, but it's holding it pretty decently. Let's see with the shake test. You can kind of really shake it around, and this isn't going anywhere. So that is really good. The most thing I've noticed about this was in my car mount driving around, if it's a little bit bumpy, this case may fall off. So that is something worth noting. And just, it's not the strongest magnet when it comes to picking things up, such as the Anker 623. Now, this isn't the heaviest thing, but it definitely has some weight to it, and I don't necessarily expect my case to pick up my charger, but that makes me feel a little bit more confident when using it that, you know, it'll do what I need it to do. But as you can see, it's struggling a little bit if you give it a little bit of a shake. So it's not too bad. I mean, like I said, it's not the worst magnets in the world. You can definitely sit here and spin them 360 degrees with no problem. So it's not terrible. It's something that you can definitely pick up and feel pretty confident in. You can use it with your car mount, you can use it with your chargers, with your other MagSafe accessories, and feel pretty confident that this is not going to fall off. But just be a little bit more careful with this one just because it's not the strongest magnet in the world. Now, do I recommend this case? The answer is yes and no. If you're somebody who is looking for that drop protection, definitely. I do recommend this case because it's $50. Now, that's a little bit of a hefty price tag. You may be able to find it sometimes on sale on Amazon, but $50, I mean, you got that Otterbox name and you have that Otterbox drop protection, that brand, that testing, all of their technology. I mean, Otterbox has been doing it for years. They're one of the originals in the case game. They've been doing it for so long. One of my first cases on one of my first iPhones was an Otterbox Defender. So you definitely have that Otterbox brand testing and all that behind it. So for $50, I mean, I do have to say it's worth it for that. But just for the rattly buttons, that not the best MagSafe in the world, and just that kind of bulkiness and really, you know, mid-grade tier case, in my opinion. I don't know if I would spend the $50 on it. I would try to wait for it to come out and see if you can get it on sale or anything like that. But I mean, rather than doing that, I'd honestly go bite the bullet and get the Casetify. That way you have the Casetify protection also, but you do have the designs. It won't yellow like the Otterbox will. And you do get that Casetify MagSafe strength as well, which isn't the best MagSafe, but I do believe it's a little bit stronger than the MagSafe on this case. So with that being said, this is the Otterbox Symmetry Clear Plus case for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Like I said, I will leave links for this down in the description below. And let me know what you guys think about this case. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel for a lot more accessory videos on the iPhone 15 Pro Max when it's coming out, or the 15 Ultra, whatever they're gonna call it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. See you later. All right, guys, so now that you've made it to the end of the video comes the exciting part. We are going to be doing a giveaway for a bunch of cases for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Just as a thank you from me to you guys for subscribing, for watching the channel, for being part of the community, and for helping the channel out. I really do appreciate you guys. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at what we're giving away. To enter into the giveaway, now I'll leave the rules in the description below, but to enter into this giveaway, you have to be following me over on Twitter. I'll leave that in the description below. Following me over on Instagram. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and just comment done with your Instagram or Twitter handle, whatever, if it's the same thing, or both if it's not the same thing. So not too much to do. I'll take care of everything else myself. Make sure to get it out to you guys. I'll be contacting you in the DM. And yeah, let's get to it. So starting off, we do have the Pitaka Mag Easy 3 case in this fusion weave pattern. Now, all these cases are used. I'm sorry, I don't have anything new for you guys. I did have to make videos and everything with the cases, and I have been using them. But if you are interested, just let me know. Like I said, Pitaka Mag Easy 3. Then we have the later case Midnight Edition. All of these, again, for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. We do have the Otterbox that we went over in this video, the Otterbox Symmetry Clear Case. We do have one of my favorites, the Banks Armor Pro. Another one of my favorites, the Taurus MagSafe Slim Case. Let's move these down a little bit. All right. The Andar Aspen, another one of my favorites, probably my favorite leather case. It is my favorite leather case, Andar Aspen. Then we have the Case Coup Magic Stand. This is the one with that kickstand right here, also MagSafe. We have that. That is purple. We have the Banks Armor Air right here. We have the Slim Case, also very similar to this Taurus case, wherever it is right there, but it's got those grips on the side, and it has that camera cutout. And we have a favorite, which is the Phone Rebel Frosted Gen 4. Now, this one does come with the screen protector. It is not used. It is a brand new screen protector in there. And this case is in excellent condition. I just have it in there right now, but you can take a look. That here is your Phone Rebel Frosted Gen 4. So remember, to enter into the giveaway, guys, all you have to do is make sure you're following me on Twitter. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Be subscribed to the channel, and just comment done with your Instagram or Twitter or both handle in the comment. That way I can take a look, and we'll be randomly selecting some winners to give away each one of these cases. Now, we're going to let this giveaway run for 1 week. Today is Monday, August 28th, and we will let this giveaway run until Monday, September 4th at the end of the day. So by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, September 4th, 2023 is when this giveaway will end, and that's when I'll be choosing your winners. So how I will contact you will be either on Twitter or on Instagram at the handle that you've provided in the comments below, and I'll get these out to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much again for watching, for being with me through these videos. Stay tuned for iPhone 15 season. It's coming up super soon. We're having a bunch of cases being sent out. We have a bunch of cases that we're going to be getting, and accessories, videos in general for the iPhone. Thank you guys again. I hope you enjoy these. Good luck to everybody, and I'll catch you in the next video.